Hello, family. Are you following me on social media? I do Inspirational Tuesdays. I motivate you. I keep you connected with the Word of God. Find me, and most important, follow me on all my social media platforms. Hello, family. Thank you for joining me for Inspiration Tuesday. As you can see, I am out of town enjoying the sunshine and ministry. But most importantly, I'm here to inspire you today. And as you can tell by the background, it's very relaxing and very inspiring. It's the last Tuesday of June. I can't believe I am saying that. And what a time that we are having, understanding the times and the seasons, and everything is shaking up. But as you can tell, that the theme for this month has been an opportunity to shift. And wow, what an opportunity to shift it has turned out to be. And so the theme today is alignment. But before I get into alignment, let me just do a quick recap. We started out with the fullness of time. The opportunity to shift is the fullness of time. 1 Corinthians 16, verses 8 to 9. But I will stay on at Ephesus with Pentecost, because a great door for effectual work has opened to me, and there are many who oppose me. So you have to discern the opportunity and the fullness of the times. What time are we in? The fullness of the times. Let me just tuck that under. The fullness of the times. And so there's always an opportunity to do a mindset shift, and that we talked about on the 10th, and that came from 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 13, but we read it from the Amplified Version. So prepare your minds for action. Be completely sober in spirit, steadfast, self-disciplined, spiritually and morally alert. Fix your hope completely on the grace of God that is coming to you when Jesus Christ is revealed. And it's not talking about the revelation of him when we are taken up, when we are captured into the heavens. It's talking about the revelation of him that we have every day. It's a daily discipline. And I love this definition about being sober. It's your spirit is steadfast. Another version says unmovable. But I like this. You are self-disciplined, both spiritually and morally. And that is so needed. Then we talked about leveraging your gift. Proverbs 18, verse 16 from the Amplified. A man's gift given in love or courtesy make room for him and bring him before great men. Oh, that was a real deep one that we absolutely loved and treasured. But here I'm talking today about the aligning to purpose. The theme is the aligning to purpose. Romans 8, verse 28. And we know that all things come up, work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. And let's talk about, when you talk about aligning your purpose, let's talk about aligning our purpose to God's will. Every single one of us that he created on this earth, every single one of us has a purpose. And those of us that are renewed in our Christian faith, renewed in our Christian walk, what did I mean by that? We are born again. We are born into excellence. We are born into thriving. We're born into prosperity. As he reminded the children of Israel, I'm reminding you today, he said that the earth is the Lord's. And that means all the resources that are in the earth, we have the capability of discovering them. There's so many resources, discovering them, discovering the resource within ourselves and becoming a provision, a solution to somebody. Oh, that's a word right there, a provision and solution. As you're coming on, tell me where you are watching me from. and how you are enjoying these Inspiration Tuesdays. Are they a blessing to you, and why? Come on, put it in. We're aligning to purpose. I used to have this phrase from the song that I wrote years ago. There's a shift in the heavens, there's a shift in the earth. And my opening remark was that a shift has to make room for something new. What have I later learned? That before there is a shift, there is a shaking. Ooh. And in that shaking, there's a rearranging of things on every sphere, both politically, spiritually, naturally, weather-wise, in the natural. That when there's a shaking, there is a shift. It may cause chaos, but that chaos is to bring in a new order. Oh, wow. And that new order makes you have to prioritize new things. So in this shifting, there is things that are moving out of place. It's a disruption, and it can be a holy disruption, or it can be an evil chaotic disruption. However, in that disruption, no matter what kind it is, no matter what kind of chaos, a new order must come into place to settle things that have shifted, because things have moved. Things are not where they used to be. In when it comes to, after you've had the shaking, then there is a shift. And in the shift, you have to pivot to make room or do severe changes. And no matter how that shaking takes place, now the shift is inevitable. And in that inevitability, you have to proceed to making the what I call the executive decisions, how the shifts and changes are going to affect everyone around you. Sometimes the shaking is out of your control. Sometimes the shaking is absolutely the sovereignty of God, so that He can get you aligned to the purpose that He has for you. Because all things, remember that all things work together for good. In the shaking, my children and people that I know, both spiritual children and natural children, have been in various storms. And my word to them always, because I always say to them, Mom, Mom's going to find a silver lining. My word to them is there is a blessing in the wind. The wind has shifted things, it has shaken up things, but there will come a blessing, because all things, come on, work together for the good to them that love God. And so, yeah, the shaking challenges our love. Yeah, it challenges our peace. But then we get comforted to know that God loves us and He is ready to take care of us. Once the shaking has taken place, once the shift has taken place, what's the next thing that happens? Alignment has to take place. And in that alignment, wow, you have to adjust to the new. The shaking has brought about the new. The shifting has brought about the new. And so now adjustments have to be made to bring order out of the chaos. And when you bring order, you have to put things in alignment. So you have to set up, or I'm saying, for a better word, you have to set up new administration. Administrations have to shift. Administrations have to get in place. And so you have to sit down now, negotiate, um, repurpose things. I love repurpose. The transference of skill set happens in alignment. What also happens in alignment, everything has to come into the same degree, into the same shifting. I now take pleasure, and it takes a long time, but I now take pleasure in taking my car, not only for the wheel rotation, but in that wheel rotation is alignment. And I now take joy in reading when they print out the alignment. How many degrees was my car out at the front? The front two tires were out by um, 0.6 degrees, and it's now lined up, or it's out. The back is out by 0.8 degrees. It doesn't mean anything to me mathematically, but when I look at it, I now read it spiritually. That even though you've had things moved to the back, you've had things move around, but it has to come into alignment. What do you know about alignment, especially in storms, especially in braking? I've got a guest, an insect that's come to join me. Uh, Especially in braking, if you're not aligned, you pull to the right or you pull to the left. And accidents can happen by a few degrees. Oh, that's a word right there. And so when you bring everything into perfect alignment, everything runs in the right direction. And that's a word for somebody right now. God is giving you the opportunity to shift, to come into alignment, to come into the perfect degree setting. Everything you do and I'm talking this on every sphere of your life: physical, material, wealth, money, health, finance, relationships. Come into alignment. There's an opportunity to shift, to bring everything into alignment. Once you bring everything into alignment, you invest time. Oh, a hard word. You invest time in getting everything aligned. What does that mean for some of you? That means retraining. That means removing things and putting new things in place. It means shifting mindsets. We talked about mindsets in this month. Shifting mindsets. The old cannot enter into the new. Immediately, the scripture that comes to your mind is, you can't pour new wine in old wineskin, because the new wine is more perfected, it is more fermented, it is more pure, and the old has the residue of past chemicals, of past staining, of past bacteria. Let me take a sip. Of past bacteria, so it cannot hold and contain the new. The new won't have the full flourishing that it needs, the full environment, the full freedom that it needs to really come into the next level of excellence, the next level of mobility and fluidity. I love the word fluidity, especially when we're talking about increase and the ability to increase. Mindset shifts have to take place, and you've got to invest the time. Yes, my friends, you have to invest the time to look at and assess and do the adjustments that's needed. Remove what cannot go with you into your future. Remove, that is both physical, mental. It takes a decisive action to remove things. It takes a decisive measure to remove that which cannot take you into the new and excel you. This is a season where we're talking about profitability. What is it in your hands that will make you profitable? What is it in your hands that will make you excel, go to the next level? I talked about in this month changing the trajectory of your increase. This is all part of investing in the time that you need. Alignment. You have to look at what you are that you have to look at what you were doing. You have to look at what you're doing now, and then you have to make the relevant shifts, the decisive shifts that you need to make to come into the precise alignment or adjustment for the changes of your future. Every time there is a shaking, it is upsetting what is now, so that you can then make the shift and then set the alignment. Sometimes we make the shift, we put in the new order, but we don't make the alignment, the adjustments that's going to take us further. And what God is saying to us in this season, you see, both natural and spiritual, the shifting that's taking place, they want to bring in a new regime, a new order, because in that new order, things will get aligned into its proper placing. Sometimes the new order comes in and takes everything out of alignment because of the order that is put in, what is being replaced. But that's a word right now. What is being replaced? Will it align us to the things of God? Will governments align us to the people and the rights of the people, or will it completely go in an evil direction? Either way, what is for you will be given to you. Because I want to remind you, everything that is happening right now, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them that to them who are called according to his purpose. I want to really encourage you in this time, as we're talking about shifting, an opportunity to shift. We're giving you the opportunity. I'm giving you the opportunity to shift and be with us July 19th for Mega Women that's happening here in Dallas. You don't want to miss this opportunity to get in alignment with your finance, get strategies for your finance with our financial advisor, Yvonne Allen. Know about your health, how to do that self-care. There's so many of you that are in pain, that are lethargic. There's so much you want to do, but you don't have the energy to do it. This is the time to make that shift and to come into alignment with what God is saying to do with you. And my friend um, Valerie Kelso will be having a session on health, speaking to you practically how to deal with your health, how to move out of pain mode into the new norm of being whole. And then my new dear friend that I've just met, I just absolutely love her, is Londi Lu, marketing expert, because she's going to give you marketing strategies. We've got some contests coming up for those that are coming. You'll receive the email about what you can do to win certain things for new businesses and for those that are already in businesses. So some strategies. I'm very practical about moving you forward and very intentional about you discovering your hidden economy and making it work in this season. There's too many things that stacked against us, but knowledge breaks that boundary. Knowledge breaks us out. Why do we perish? Because of lack of knowledge. Here you're going to sit in a room, 1 day intensive in a room with women who are sharp with their knowledge and sharp with their understanding. And then what's my mandate? My mandate is to help you recognize that hidden economy. And if you are in your hidden economy, how to take it to the next level, how to keep pressing forward. Don't get stuck. The first 3 years in any business is the hardest. Now, the next time is strategy, how to strategize to maximize what God has put in your hands. I like that. Strategize to maximize what God has put in your hands. So I hope that you will make plans to come out and join me and join my guests. You will, if you can't come, send somebody. And again, this year, we're always excited to put money in the hands of a student starting university or college. And so our scholarship qualification is going on, and you can email us at media@rmministries.com. You've only got until Friday to get that into us, and so that we'd be able to announce it during the conference, during this mega women empowerment business luncheon. We hope that, again, it is sponsored by Kosher Kitchen, one of our enterprises that we have going on. And come out, because there's some lovely new things that Dr. Marina is creating and releasing, and will be showing you on that day. So come on, business people, come out with your business module, come out with your business program. Those of you that are new to business, there will be in the email that once you've registered, to inform you of how you can use this business proposal to present your business. There's always prizes. You know I love my giveaways. So I hope to see you July 19th here in Dallas. Registration is free. The team said, haven't you told them, Dr. Mina, registration is free. And there is sponsorship levels getting ready to be released, so that businesses will come and encourage you. And then our vendors is all people have jumped on this. Our vendors, our local vendors, we are highlighting, as always, our local vendors. So our local vendors will be there. So bless you all. Thank you for joining me here for Inspiration Tuesday. We will be have a fresh Infinity Center this Thursday. And so make sure that you keep tuning in and listening in to what God is saying, what God is doing, because it is your opportunity to shift. Don't miss the timings of God, the seasons of God. God bless you. I love you dearly, and have a great week. Bye for now.